Good morning, guys. So nobody bought my strawberry plants yesterday, so I'm picking the strawberries and eating them for breakfast today. I have to hook up the trailer first.
Sorry.
Why'd you remind me when we got here?
Well, I just wasn't sure with the weather if you were really going to want to do it.
It's Roundup.
Oh.
I mean, it's not going to rain or anything, but it's too late now. We didn't bring it. Good morning, boss.
Good morning. How are you?
Good for the wonderful morning we had.
I know. You guys, it's always something. I mean, and don't think because we're always happy that like we're in like La La Land or whatever. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it to get upset or to stress or, you know, but we dealt with something this morning. The tire on the 36 would not fill up.
So I had to drop it off at the
shop.
I guess the automotive shop down the road. They had to put a new valve on it. The PTO went in my mower, so I stole Rachel's PTO over the weekend to mow our yard and stuck it in mine. Hence, I'll show you it's hanging off the mower. We went and got a new PTO for her.
Yeah. So it's been like a morning of just like not getting anything done. We just had to go run around and do stuff. So
I told Rachel by the time we got here it would start pouring down rain. So hopefully we can get these 3 done up here.
Yeah.
And then go back down there. And I think we have a couple more to do. So
yeah, see what we can do.
See what we can do. It's pretty long for not having, but maybe I'm pushing it. If I said a ½ inch of rain in 2 weeks, I'd be pushing it then.
Yeah, but this is
actually
also a
2
2-week
weeks,
account, and it's what you said, 15 days.
Yeah, 2 weeks and 3 days it's been, and we've had like maybe a quarter to a ½ inch of rain.
This actually might be 16 days because was it done on a Saturday?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So it should have been a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
But let's get out and mow it.
All right, let's go.
As you see, it's not too long, and of course I'm gonna have to back all the way out the road down here because they are moving stuff, but that won't be bad. I'll just back up and it's pretty not busy and just back straight up. Yeah, so they had to put a new valve stem on that mower. Pretty long, but it's all green grass, so that's a good thing, right? Of course, we fertilize this one, so I'll get you an after on this one, maybe a little bit in the front. Sharpen the blades this week. Wet? Pretty long, right? Okay, that's new. They're holding the pole up with a wire strap, I guess. Not bad, right?
Yeah.
For being way overgrown. And we fertilized it.
Yeah, a lot more grass now.
Yeah, we're gonna spray it with weed killer next week. Some stuff for the grass to get rid of all the violets. Okay, we didn't get rained on yet, so we're off to the next one in the city. Oh my goodness, look at all them gold mops. Who went crazy with that?
I don't know.
Wow. That's called a little overkill with the gold mops.
Overplanting?
Yeah, they just didn't want their house. They didn't want nobody to know there was a house there.
Apparently.
Okay, here's number 2 for the day. This one ain't too bad. And then I gotta cut a tree down. Okay guys, I cut all this fig tree out. Rachel's blowing up that one over there, as you see. Blowing it off. Second one mowed, and we had to get rid of this. All of our fig trees around here died all the way down to the ground and came back, which stinks, but it is what it is. So we're cutting all the dead out. Okay guys, here's number 3 and 4. And then I think we have 2 more after this. I'm gonna get the mowing. I'll show you afterwards. Okay. We are done. These two. That's a long walk. And I think I seen a thunderstorm's coming, which I hope not, because I'd like to get 2 more done. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this just turned fun. Guess this is the last one for the day. 5 done. I'm gonna cut and weed eat. Rachel's definitely not liking this. There. So here's the lesson. This is why we don't mow in the rain. A lot of extra time to blow stuff off. It's better just to let the rain go through, let it all dry out, and come back another day. But we were already here, so we mowed it. We'll be done. Some people would mow in this all day long, but to me, that just means either you got a week of rain straight or you have way too many accounts you're running and you have to mow in the rain. So, I mean, if you get 5 days of rain straight, well, you shouldn't be working in it anyway. But if you get 5 days of rain, you like working in the rain? I was just telling them why we don't. That's why we don't work in the rain.
Yeah, that is why.
One of them days where everything just breaks. The pin broke on the top of that Velky, so as you see, it's sitting down. The wheel stem broke. That was flat. And I forget the other thing. Oh. Well, we're done today.
Yeah. We got rained on. I'm cold. Wet. Yucky.
Dirty.
Yeah. And just makes a mess. I don't know how you guys do it all the time with mowing in the rain. Do you guys mow in the rain? And why do you mow in the rain?
Well, one, if you're a big company and you have like 10 employees that you got to worry about people working and making money for their family, then I could see you working in the rain.
Yeah.
If you're a solo guy and you're out there mowing in the rain and struggling, if it's only rained twice for the week, I would say you have way too much mowing on your hands. I don't think we've ever gotten so far behind from rain that clients have called us and really complained and wondered where we are. Anytime it rains, they usually understand that we'll be there eventually and it'll look good. Mm-hmm. Why fight with the wet grass? It takes probably an extra 10 to 12 minutes a yard, unless you're just one of the guys who just mows it and leaves grass everywhere when it's wet, to blow off the grass, off the walkways and stuff. And you figure if you got 7 yards for the day and you're spending an extra 15 minutes at each property, that's a good hour and a half of work.
Yeah.
That you're working extra. So why not just wait and push your accounts? Like I said, unless you're loaded mowing 10 yards a day, because some people say they mow 10 to 20 yards a day, Monday through Friday. I don't buy it, because that leaves no rain days unless you're working Monday through Sunday, and you don't want to be in this business to work Monday through Sunday, guys.
No, that's too much. I mean, that's just too much. You have to be happy at the same time. So I don't know. I just, when the grass is dry, it mulches up, even if it's a little bit longer. I made my 2 passes and there was still grass all over where I had to go blow. And then as I was walking around blowing, well, one, I missed a big swath because
we were trying to hurry up because of the rain.
Like, it's the spot that, like, is the easiest to mow when it's raining. So that's why I left that to the last. And then I just completely forgot. But as I'm walking around, I'm like, man, this does not cut the way it cuts when it's dry, because it's pulling up wet grass. So the wet grass is then staying under my deck. So then the suction isn't working anymore. So even when I'm going over it a second time, at that point, it's just pulling up clumps and spitting out clumps.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's why we choose not to.
And don't tell me you got to get an X mark or a scag because it'll make the grass disappear wet. No, it doesn't. It does the same thing. We drive by seeing people mowing when it's wet out, and it makes a huge mess.
And don't forget, the Ferris were not the first mowers that we owned. We started like everybody else.
We had a Toro push mower, a Husqvarna riding tractor.
Yeah.
Where I had to do K-turns just to make straight lines. We had a Poland lawnmower, riding lawnmower. We demoed the Wright, complete, in our opinion, not a good mower. On hills, it would slide down the hill when we had it. I mean, now we didn't have it for a long time, but even people I know, they weren't too happy with buying it. And you can tell when a company comes into an area, saturates it with mowers, and then all of a sudden that company's gone and nobody's driving a Wright no more. I've seen one Wright this year so far, mowing. It's all around here. I'd say about 80% of the mowers are Ferris now, and that was not the case 5 years ago. 5 years ago, everything was Exmark, and people had Toros. Well, Exmark shut down around here, and you got to drive way out of nowhere to get Exmark parts, and they were just so much more money for them mowers than it was for the Ferrises.
Yeah.
And then now everybody, in the last 3 years, US Lawns bought over 100 grand in Ferris mowers, and everybody I drive by has a Ferris, and once in a while you'll see a few Skags and a few Exmarks, but not many, guys, and then Toros mainly.
Yeah, we had a friend that had Skag. That probably would be our next choice, maybe, to try.
Yeah, they mow wet grass good. Skags do. But
and I was like,
underpowered though motors.
I was a little interested in the Cub Cadets, just because I think that they're trying to get themselves out of you know, like
the stigmatism of homeowners.
Yeah, being a homeowner mower. But we have never demoed one. Maybe we will demo one right before we go to buy our next mower. But we've told our story before, why we are loyal to Ferris. They were loyal to us. And we went with Ferris, and we just stuck with Ferris.
Let's be honest, if you guys haven't rode a Ferris, as far as the suspension and the comfortability riding a Ferris, then there's no mower compared. They have the best all-around suspension for your body that any mower has. I don't care what you say. Their suspension's designed to do that. The stand-on mowers, I think the next closest that would hug you in the mower is probably the Skag V-Ride. All the other ones, the Toro, what is it? The Toro, people keep telling us to get the Toro stand-on. Spencer's they have all the Toros. We have a lot of hills and mountains, and the Toro doesn't have anything to hold you to the mower. It's like you're standing on a platform, and Rachel's beast, even the 36, it's got an indent, it hugs you. You're not going to go off and you're not going to fall off the Toro neither, but it's just, to me, it's more of an awkward ride on them.
It's very the Ferris is very comfortable, and obviously the Z3 is more comfortable than the Z1.
Yeah.
And the suspension on the Z3 is so much better than the Z1. So, I mean, even in the same brand, you still have, different cuts. I mean, we only use stock blades. So maybe that's the difference with us.
Yeah, the blades that we put on, that's another thing. Some people use the mulching blades. They ask what kind of blades we use. The mowers were designed and built at the factory and tested with the stock blades they put on. Those are the blades that will cut the grass the best.
Yeah.
Not the X blades with the 2 blades that's just going to mess your mower up. Not the super high lift blades or the mulching blades. Just regular blades, guys. That's all we've used in so many years of mowing, and we've never had a problem with them.
I think maybe in the fall sometimes we used to do high lift blades, but honestly, you don't even have to
like
do
with
that.
All them little teeth on them.
Yeah.
I found it just, all it does is, if you don't have a mower, and these Ferrises, they spit out the grass nice and evenly, unless it's like pouring down rain, like you see chunks. But any mower will do that. I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry. I was talking about how
the blades.
Yeah, the blades. We did that.
But yeah, any mower, we think that the regular stock blades, that's what they were tested for, and
yeah,
that's what you guys need to put on the mowers.
So yeah, so I mean, I really we really like the Ferris.
Oh yeah,
but
we
again,
did try the
everybody's
high
different.
lift, but the high lift ones that remulch everything. But like I was saying, what those do is they're designed to keep picking the grass up and keeping it under the deck to chop it up thinner and thinner. And if you don't finer and finer, if you don't have a mower that can discharge good and cut that up to begin with, putting more of that up into your deck is only going to make it worse.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just stay with the stock blades. They're perfectly fine. They're tested for that. That's what they were run for. They didn't build the mower and put mulching blades on it and test it. They built it with the regular blades.
Yeah. So, and I did have a flashback one time of when I was push mowing with the Exmark 30, and it was wet grass, and every 5 feet I had to stop and shake out the mower.
Yeah.
I remember, and you guys know it too.
But that also was when we were forced to mow a lot of wetter lawns because we were overloaded with so many accounts.
Well,
I mean, you should have, honestly, in this business, if you're going to work Saturday and Friday, if you're going to work Saturday, I would never work Sunday if you don't have to. Sometimes we have. But if you're going to work, if you're not going to be mowing Saturday, then I would say just load up your schedule Monday through Thursday with lawns to mow. Don't say, well, I have Friday because I can add more accounts to make more money. Well, then you're not leaving yourself a rain day.
No.
You're just going to be there every week if you get into a bad situation, running Monday through Sunday, working in and out of the rain all day long.
Yeah.
Get the higher paying accounts, less accounts, and then you don't have to mow as much.
Yeah, less accounts and better equipment obviously helps too.
Definitely helps.
So hopefully that's a little truck talk for you guys.
Yeah, I didn't record much mowing today.
Yeah, we just wanted to get done. So between what was going on in the morning and then just we knew rain was coming. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And be happy.
Or at least try.
Have a good night.